Hi, everyone. My name is Lynda, and I'm an alcoholic. Um, this may not be easy to do, but I'm doing this because it's important. I am actually going to be celebrating 6 years of sobriety on July 15th. And so I became sober July 15th, 2015. Um, Alcoholism is something that is in our family. This is my story, it's nobody else's. But I'm just hoping that by me coming on here today, I can help someone to recover from alcoholism. It's tough. I'm doing this without makeup because I just want to show you the true me. And this is me. And so there's no, fancy stuff going on here, just being honest and vulnerable and true, so that I can help somebody else in their journey. I think when I first started drinking, it was fine. I drank and I, stopped when I wanted to stop, and everything was okay. But as time progressed, alcohol became something I needed. I was like, I had to go somewhere. I was a little bit nervous. I'm like, okay, well, maybe if I just have like a glass of wine or something before I go, I'll be okay. And of course, that doesn't work. I mean, alcohol actually makes you more anxious. It doesn't actually do anything to make you feel better. And so, it progresses to the point where your anxiety can just go through the roof, because the next day after having drank the day before, you're just not managing. And it got to the point where you don't remember things from the night before. You've got the shakes. You're depressed. So many horrible things that just happen to your body and your brain, and you have no self-worth. But I think what I've come to realize is that when I first quit drinking, I had hit my bottom. And I don't know that I necessarily need to explain all of that. But, maybe you haven't hit your bottom, but maybe this video will help you to not get there. Get your life in order before you hit your bottom. And that's all I can hope for anybody. But, I remember things like, somebody say, oh, do you remember like at whatever, somebody's house or whatever? And I don't remember. I don't remember what happened. And those words freaked me out, absolutely freaked me out, because I was just like, oh my God, I don't freaking remember. I hope I didn't do anything stupid or whatever. But, I was always, if I didn't remember and a conversation came up and I had to say that, people are like, oh, you're just the best. You're so fun. You're so loving. You're so you just like to sing and kiss and hug everybody. And great. That's fine and dandy or whatever. But we all aren't like that when we drink. Sometimes people are aggressive and violent, and there's all different kinds of reactions that occur for people as they drink. The one thing, though, is that what I did find out is that essentially I have realized I'm allergic to alcohol. That's the way I like to put it. It's kind of like when I did my video about the anxiety thing. I need to take medication, and it's like a vitamin for my brain. Well, alcohol is, it's poison in a bottle for me. It's just poison. I can't control it. It controls me. And so that is something that, I realized I can't do. I can't drink. Other people can have 1 or 2 drinks and they're fine. They can quit. They don't need any more. For me, I didn't know when to shut it off. And it's a progressive disease. So, like if before one bottle of wine, was wow, a lot for you or whatever, it becomes all of a sudden it'll become 2 bottles of wine, and then it could get to 3 and 4 and God only knows what. Same thing could apply for booze or whatever it is. So, I think the thing is I joined AA, and in the beginning with AA, well, first of all, I remember walking across the room to get my 24-hour coin. And that just to say that I will stay sober for the next 24 hours. And big longest journey of my life to cross that room to get that coin. And then, I think like a year later or whatever, I looked at the room and I'm like, wow, it wasn't even that far, but it just seemed like the longest trip of my life. But I did it, and you can do it. And, some people are not religious, and people are afraid of AA because there's a lot of religious connotation towards what they say and do or whatever. But it doesn't mean that you have to be religious to be in that program. If you believe that there is something higher than you and bigger than you, that's all that matters. You just have to believe that there's something higher than you out there. Maybe it's the tree. It has more power than you. And a tree is probably the greatest example, because trees are full of life and love and energy and good stuff. And maybe that's all it is. Maybe it's just that tree that you need. But, it helps to just believe in something bigger than you. And whatever that is, and you can do it. I am living proof you can do it. I have been sober almost 6 years, and I have literally no desire for alcohol, none whatsoever. I know if I was to pick up that bottle of wine, I'm pointing to my water bottle, by the way, in case, I don't know why this is what I'm thinking is my wine bottle, but anyway, water. If you pick up that bottle and you pour yourself a glass, that one glass will lead to 2, and before you know it, you're back at it again. And where you stop drinking, you will start and drink more than you did before. It's a progressive disease, like I say. In AA, they have this thing called the Serenity Prayer. So it says, God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. So that is something that I, on days when I struggled in the beginning, I just kept saying that to myself. And it actually helped me, if somebody was going to cut me off or whatever when I was driving or whatever, instead of cursing and swearing, I might just said that. And I was just feeling better because I was a nicer person. So, but no, in all seriousness, I just wanted to get on here to let you know that, sobriety is something, especially during these times, that is difficult, but it can be done. And, anybody can do it. And AA is absolutely a program I completely recommend. I didn't really know a lot about it before I went to it. I kind of knew there was a thing called AA, but I didn't really know. It was the greatest thing I ever did. So many people that you meet who are just like you, and I think we all have this envision of what an alcoholic is. An alcoholic is like a bum on the street with a paper bag with a bottle of booze in his paper bag. No, alcoholics are businessmen who look like they've got their shit together, and they don't. They're struggling, and that's who I'm here for. I'm here for anybody. But I mean, just to know that the image of an alcoholic is not what you really think it is. And I was a professional, and I drank every night, or almost every night. And everybody's alcoholism is different. It doesn't mean you can drink every day, you can drink from morning to night, you can drink once a week. It's if you cannot control it, that's when you have a problem. I do make sobriety bracelets. It was actually when I first started in the crystals. I think the very first bracelet I made was a sobriety bracelet for women. And then I decided to make one for men as well. Actually, I've got one that I just haven't ordered for right now, ironically enough. There's been a lot of really weird things happening to me lately. So, but this is the women's one. So basically the women's one it's amethyst, and amethyst is what they call the sobriety stone. And so it's the greatest stone for sobriety. And there's also hematite on here, and hematite will also help curb the desire for booze or whatever, even drugs. It would still work for that too, but to help you with that addiction. So I do have these to offer, but I mean, it doesn't, I'm not saying that this is going to fix it or whatever, but I do offer those. But yeah, do yourself a favor. Try for a day, try 24 hours. Join an AA program. I think one of maybe the better things about COVID right now, if there's anything good about it, is that sometimes people are afraid to go to an AA meeting to see other people. There's online AA meetings right now. So you don't even have to leave your own home. Like, you just stay home and just get on to a meeting. So, geez, I'm already 11 minutes. Man, I got a gift of the gab. I was sales all my life. I wonder why I keep talking. Anyway, I just hope that this video has helped somebody. Message me if you have questions. If there's anything I can do to help you, please message me. I'd be more than happy to help anybody. And yeah, I think that's it. One day at a time. You got this. You can do it. Okay? Believe in yourself. You can do this. Sorry, jeez. Anyway, have a great day, everybody. And I hope this video has helped. All right. Bye for now.